Okay, kids, you might notice that shit looks a little different. I have had it with this game. I have been... There's a bug here at the end of the game that causes the game to essentially soft lock. You cannot complete this mission. So, I'm cheating my fat little ass off. I even attempted to go through and play Future Shock, the original game, all the way to this point. And I finished the mission, and I was able to do everything I was supposed to do, but as soon as the level ended, the game froze. So I'm furious, I'm pissed off, I'm done. Oh, I can also change it back to regular resolution, I think. Find out. I may have crashed it. Nope, we're good. Okay, cool. So yeah, I've broken out the cheat menu. And it took me a while to get that to work too, so go figure. We're gonna see some interesting things going on with the cheat menu. As you can see, we've got a little bit of a scope here, and we've got like a cybernetic target lock. I don't know why they decided to include this, but I figure what the hell, we'll use it. I'm not gonna abuse the shit out of it too much, maybe. I don't know, it kind of depends on how this goes. But figure I might as well enjoy myself for this mission, and you guys can see some of the nifty shit you can get away with when you use the cheats. If anybody's watching this, I should say. Oh, good. I mean, it certainly makes identifying targets in the low resolution easier. Yeah. So I got to play through Future Shock all the way to this mission, and I gotta say there's some serious differences between how the physics work in that and how they work in this. Hell, there's a point in this mission where I'm just gonna straight turn on invincibility mode and say to hell with it, because there's a drop that almost always guaranteed to kill you, even though the game is set it up so that you should be able to fall relatively safely. So, screw it. I don't know why I'm doing this. There's a reason for me to. We know where we're going. We're going into the valley full of bullshit. Another thing that Future Shock and Skynet have that is different is the pipe bombs in Future Shock explode on impact. So they're actually more and less useful, because if you guys remember in the previous couple of videos where we did sewer levels, yeah, we were kind of rocking through there by bouncing shit around corners. We don't have that option. I didn't have that option in Future Shock, but you could kind of angle up on it and chuck it around the corner, so that was something, I guess. Although I think putting on the cheats has somehow made the spider bots a little tougher. Not sure what's going on with that. I guess you can see where the game starts. That little targeting box is where the game starts trying to assist you. Really. Yeah. Trying to think commentary to go with this level. I mean, I'm so fed up with it that I kind of just want to power through and kill everything. So if I don't say much, that's why. Fuck you. New enemy type, the light turret. It's essentially just a rapid-fire plasma turret. They do slightly less damage, but they fire a lot faster. You'd think, having done this so many times, that I would remember where everything is. Not really. And considering how hair trigger and some of the enemies are, I'm never going to do this without taking damage. I mean, it does help me kind of figure out where to put the crosshair. Let's rock some of these sons of bitches with a machine gun. Oop. Do I have to deal with it? We've sort of kind of shortcut our way around a big, serious roadblock. Thing you might see me get a little twitchy about is firing the grenade launcher at any kind of declination, because in Future Shock, if you point it at the ground, if you point it at anything below like 20 degrees, the grenades impact the ground in front of you and do damage. It's kind of horse shit, actually. See how he likes his pipe bombs. They have plenty. Like running circles around the Terminator. This, I think, is supposed to indicate that it's like a repair bay or a parts storage. Doesn't matter. Alright. You can go in these buildings, there's stuff in here. Fuck that. We're going right in. Don't crash. Woo! And that. Now I'm gonna risk it by saving. I'm absolutely sure that Terminators accelerate a little bit when they hit corners, so you get that very dramatic rounding the corner terror moment. Not a whole lot of effort in there. Okay, I told you I'm done. So that switch opens a door up here, I believe. Hey! Old bastards will grab you. I tested this. They're not just passive damage, they will actually actively attack you. I'm not going to do it, I'm not going to show it on screen because, hey, check that out. That's creepy and weird. Because they can do some serious damage pretty quickly. We'll go ahead and take this as well. And I know what's coming up next. This part sucks. It's kind of bullshit. Oh yeah, that's another thing. Something to do with this mission, we are now immune to splash damage. But that switch opens the other end of this hallway, which I've been avoiding. Opens this door right here. And then we do the bullshit elevator sequence. I hate this because I've done it so many times, and it's still annoying. It's an issue of exposure. It's neat when you do it the first time. The issue is I've done this 6 or 7 times now, and frankly, I'm bored. But I'm gonna finish the series if it kills somebody. And once we get to the point where I'm just gonna actually start using cheats, I want to show you guys something neat. Because there's a specific cheat that has some very interesting effects. Fuck off. There we go. Problem solved. That's where we're going, but we have to flip some switches first. Guess nobody ever told Rivers not to fire RPGs indoors. Doesn't matter, we were protected from the blast by most of that wall. Alright, and back up the elevators, and you can see why it was so goddamn tedious. And then we have to go around the corner and do it again. Yay, elevators. We don't really these rockets. 50% of one, half a dozen of another. Alright. And of course, everything that's spawned from a exploding crate is always randomized. That's a texture glitch. It's the game trying to load the map, the entire map. It happens in both games. Like I said, I've done both of these playthroughs, and it happens in both. Alright, we're almost done. We got a couple of Terminators to kill and a bunch of secret mines. And a couple of really nasty hover tanks. You'd think I'd remember that, but... Okay, so that's the only... Nope. There you go, there's that hover of... There's a hover tank behind that. But this is the only voice audio in Future Shock. And that's our friend Milton Bishop. We have to go kill him. Might as well do what he asks. The bastard. A lot of elevator rides in this level. Alright, so we're done, kind of. Now we just have to go back all the way around. Hang on. There we go. Go around to here. Back down the elevator. Riveting gameplay. You can see why I'm a little salty. And then down this elevator, but this time we get off on the first floor. I don't know why I'd bother. Okay, so I'll fire up the cheat menu. Because this part sucks. And we're just going to say fuck it and drop. And that's Milton Bishop. He looks a little worse for wear. Let's give him what he wants. Now when you do this, you're supposed to be able to kind of interact with this, right? But you can't. In this version, for whatever reason, Skynet will not allow you to interact with the spray. I'm going to fire up one more. The Super Uzi. Watch this. So normally this is where we would get a objectives update in the box saying we no longer have to worry about Milton Bishop. That elevator ride takes way too long. Alright, chuck a grenade right there because there's a hover tank. Close enough. Terminators. Mines. Another Terminator. Another Terminator. Cool. Okay. Hit this button, and this is where the level ends. This is how the level ends. I'm out of here. Mission complete. However, because you can't actually kill Bishop and you can't trigger that, for whatever reason, we have to go to the cheat menu again. Hopefully this doesn't crash the game. Cool. Mission objectives. Take down fence surrounding TDTS complex. That's the time machine. Destroy enemies guarding the complex. Briefing. Welcome back, guys. I'm glad you made it back here safely. Thank you, Bill. Connor now has a new scar over his head. Thanks, Doc. A couple new scars, actually. Well, Bishop is no longer a threat to us. It seems Skynet had different plans for him than just letting him go. They were sucking his entire mind into the computer banks and using his genetic material to clone flesh for infiltrator units. That's disgusting. Thank you, Kyle. Remember one thing, Kyle. He was ready to sell out humanity for his own life. Right now, our biggest concern is to hit that central computer complex. The attack against the forces gathering near here did very little. If we don't raid that complex right now, we'll be dead by morning. That's grim. We have other reasons for needing to hit that complex. I have determined positively that that complex contains the equipment called the Temporal Data Transmission System, the TDTS, is the device that has been sending information into the past. So Skynet, in this game, Skynet doesn't generate or create the TDE, Temporal Displacement Equipment, but a Temporal Data Transmission System. Tell everyone else what you discovered, Doctor. Well, the TDTS has in fact been transmitting information about our troop strengths, locations, and so on back in time to itself. Skynet has then been able to alter the actions it took and retroactively win battles it lost in alternate time streams. We're lucky we've even been able to notice inconsistencies whenever Skynet caused a discontinuous jump in the normal flow of time. This explains the temporal anomalies that have been occurring recently. I thought so. How do we fight against something like that? I have an idea, Kyle. Hear me out. I've uncovered something else. The TDTS has been transmitting a fragment of machine code being fed almost continuously to the original Skynet computer at Cyberdyne Systems to a time just before the war began in 1995. What exactly is this code doing? You're going to love this. Skynet has been using the TDTS to reprogram its original self back in 1995, just before the war. The program is designed to propagate through Skynet's original central processor like a virus and rewrite key functions in its memory. This will eventually cause the old Skynet processor to become sentient. This is how Skynet became intelligent in the first place. So we've got a bit of a... This game story essentially makes a bit of a change in how the mechanics of Terminator universe work. And then it's only a microsecond before it decides to unleash the nuclear fire. I think John now has a twitch in his right eye. Mean to say that Skynet created itself, programmed itself? All we need to do then is smash that computer, pull its freaking cord. That should keep Skynet from reprogramming itself. We can change everything, win the war without ever fighting it. That was my first thought. It's not that easy, however. Of course not. Connor's right. The program is almost completely transmitted already. Oof. We'll never get there in time to stop it. What can we do then? The program being sent through the TDTS is merely a seed. The real program will write itself once this one is fully installed in the original Skynet's memory. I've come up with a program of my own, another virus, that should inhibit the development of that program. At least I think it will. It couldn't really be tested properly. No shit. There's only one way to test this program. We'll each be outfitted with a set of these virus disks. Whoever penetrates the TDTS complex first needs to install our virus into the computer there and hope that Dr. Hanover did his job. It's the only chance we have. I'll give you the disks when we get back from the air raid. Yeah, we're going to go on another air raid. That's the next mission. Right now, Rivers, you've got a strike at the TDTS complex. Kyle and I saw a major invading force already ready to roll through here, probably sent here by that time control equipment. And they'll be here soon. I'll be drawing off the invading force by car while you hit the complex in the HK. You'll need to take down the fence surrounding the complex and destroy the robot stationed there to defend it. We should be able to punch our way into the complex pretty easily after that. Yeah, easy. It'll be easy to get lost out there, so we got a few spotters placed on the ground at critical points to tell you the right way to go. Follow the blinking signal lights they have placed. For the last stretch, you are on your own. None of the spotters can get close to the complex. Better get moving. The HK is warmed up for takeoff. Alright, so we're going to do another flying mission. And as you can see, right off the bat, we have something to shoot at, because the game has stopped being subtle and has stopped waiting for you to kind of get warmed up. It's given up on, let me put it this way, it's given up on gentle introductions. Oh, fuck you, buddy. Ooh, interesting. There's the signal light. Ladder 1, circle to the right around the next crater coming up, then head southeast. So we're heading north right now, so we're essentially going to be turning on the corner. Hang on. Sort him out real quick. Jesus, look at this. So one of the things that Skynet fixes with these HK sequences, hang on. Ah, temporal horseshit. Hooray. Or they were hiding in the crater. It doesn't really matter. Tower, tower, tower. I thought I killed you already. Jesus. Okay, we've got a couple of these, essentially 3 missions left, more or less. I mean, this is a 90s shooter. If you're confused, there's a crater to your left near the movie theater. Circle around and head. Circle around it to the left, then head north. Okay. Yeah, this is a 90s shooter. If you're confused, look for the enemies. True to form, the scouts are hiding in buildings and shit. Of course, there's a turret on top of the damn movie theater, because we can't have nice things. What does that say? Fuck me for looking. Ooh, you shitter. I don't remember if the invincibility cheat carries over between levels. I know the super Uzi does, because it's considered part of our inventory at this point. Sorry, I was talking about something that's Skynet fixed. There's actually two things Skynet fixes, but I digress. One of the things that Skynet fixes about the flight levels is your propensity to get stuck on terrain. So it's possible, and it happened quite a few times while I was playing Future Shock, that you will hit something and get stuck on it. Jesus, look at the bots. Like they knew we were coming. Yes. And in case you're wondering, yes, the scouts do that stupid little hop too, even in the original game. Or you can shoot at them, they'll trigger, and then they'll hop a couple of inches on the screen. Yeah, that still happens. Fuck them. Tank! 2 tanks. 1 tank clipping through the building. 3 tanks. We're fine. We're all fine here. How are you? In case you're wondering, we get to do this again in the next mission. Yeah, we're using the HK to put holes in Skynet's defense line, which it will try to plug in before we get back to base, because that's how we do this. But we will then use the car to blow through whatever reinforcements Skynet manages to get in. Okay, apparently we're not allowed to play helicopter in the tunnel. Oh, yeah. There's your fence. No wonder this place is so well defended. Cool, alright. Expect more turrets. Like that one. But what I would end up doing on the HK is I would back into something, and then the HK would get stuck. And I have to, because they modeled the whole vehicle. So the tail would get stuck on something, and then you wouldn't be able to move because the whole enchilada is rammed into the ground at some point. And then you get to restart the mission. Hooray! And the issue was I couldn't even kill myself to get it to restart the mission, so I had to load a previous save. If I had thought we might have a problem with either me getting stuck or getting killed, I would have saved. But these missions are actually probably the easiest in the game. Five rockets remaining. Hope I don't need them. But, so we're going to finish this up, and we're going to play Skynet, which is both better and worse. You'll see what I mean when we get there, although you've probably been spotting it whenever I get stuck on the credits screen whenever I pause the game. Okay, so that looks like a proper fortress. Let's see if about getting... Oh, me shooting at us. Did I miss a turret? I did. Okay. Let's find that fence generator. Whoa! Fuck you! Yep. I don't know, I may have missed my shot. I hope not. That's it, we're out of missiles. Shit. Ah. The HQ fence is down, I'm heading back now for those virus discs. Cool. I'm gonna save, and we're gonna call it a video. after we get done with the briefing. Drive to the TDTS complex. Now that you've taken down those tedious TS defenses, we can push right up to their front door. Dr. Henniver's prepared the discs to use when you get inside. There's no time to lose, Rivers. Drive up to the complex, fight your way in, and install the virus. It's our last chance. All you need to do is follow the highway to Arcadia, and you're there. From studying Skynet's program organizational structure, I think the virus will have to be installed into several different computer terminals. You need to infect a few key operational routines that are being sent back in time to achieve the maximum effect of the virus. Keep that in mind when you actually get to the complex. Complex is also still pretty well defended. Won't be easy to get in there. But you must, Rivers. Now that the TDTS is almost finished sending the sentence program back in time, Skynet can use it to alter time streams on us like crazy. Yeah, that's going to be a sticking point. I'm not staying here then. The TDTS could just alter the past so that the HQ will be crawling with robots in 5 minutes. I'm going out to fight them. You'd better take along a set of discs then. You've proven yourself a good soldier the way you kept you cool and held our position when I was wounded out there. Thanks, John. Well, Rivers, it looks like he'll be right behind you when you bust in the TDTS complex. You guys ready to go, Rivers? Good luck. I know you can do it, Rivers. Oh, and don't forget the discs. I'll buy you a beer when you get back, okay? Better get moving, Rivers. Kyle, Parker, and I will be along in a minute when we have the other cars fueled up and ready to go. Good luck. Yeah, sounds like shit goes sideways on us pretty fucking quick in this from here on out. But no enemies. We're pretty much starting. I say that, and then there's fucking T-Rex around the corner. But I'm going to save. And we're going to call it recording. I'm funny. Shut up. Have a good one.